You guys know what dickheads look like? Look at these dickheads. These are my neighbors. I'm a cowboy. I got my tight pants on and my trucker hat. I'm going to pick up stuff out of the yard. Pretty nice house. It's actually not him that lives there. It's a sorority. There's like 9 girls that live there. And these are the douchebags that hang out. Carrying out my Coors box. Drank a bunch of Coors beers. Got my tight pants and my shirt's tucked in as my friend. He carries a purse. That's the shit they leave in their yard. It's just some fucking dorks. Got my tight pants on. Yeah. Fucking jerks. Someone's coming. That's creepy. What I'm doing right now is creepy. That's my car right there. You guys like Camaros? I don't know if it does anything stupid to it. That's my other car. I can't really reach. It's a Saturn. It's for sale if anybody's interested. Last night, while I was filming a video, that noise we heard was actually the mirror getting kicked off, and some asshole jumped onto the hood of the car and put a huge dent in it. But at night we parked that somewhere else. It's not parked there. It looks like a huge dent on the side, but it's a gleam. It's a glare. I got a sweet paint job. Alright. That's not what we're here to talk about. I'm here to talk about designing your terrain ideas, or some bits that you might need on Microsoft Paint. I hope this comes out okay. Let me try to straighten this out a bit more. Stupid. Stay straight. There we go. Alright, doesn't really matter. Kinda does. Hold on. Alright, there we go. So this is Microsoft Paint, I guess Windows XP edition. It's this. I mean, Paint hasn't changed much in like 20 years. It's basically the same program. Let's see, what am I trying to do? First off, I made some 5mm graph paper. This took some trial and error. I just kind of drew a square and then multiplied it and printed it out and just kind of tweaked it until it pretty much comes out perfectly to 5mm. And when I design walls or things like that, I like to I have kind of a standard size that I always go with for walls. I go 6mm or 6 centimeters tall. So I would just count out 12 of these squares. 12 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? And I don't know if you could see that wall that I just drew. The line. Oh, this sucks. I don't have the ability to do screen capture yet, and plus this is a different. I'm capturing from this computer. See the ooh, one of those effects. I'm just looking at this computer. So, alright, where were we? I'm rambling. That's a problem. Okay, so anyway, a standard window is, I do them 15 by 10 of these, or 15 by 10, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Millimeters. I think that would be 10. Hang on. No, we'll just say 1.5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters are my window sizes, and 2.5 centimeters on the width for the door, and the heights of the doors are 4 centimeters. So, yeah. So, yeah, you'd have, this is a centimeter right here. You can't see this. You can't tell what the hell I'm doing. That gray looks like the black. Let me try to lighten up this gray a little bit. I apologize. Does that make, there we go. That looks a little easier to see. Let's get back up here. There we go. Okay. And so from here you can draw out all your walls, your doors, and any details that you want. And this gives you the basic, you know, and then I usually print that out, or I just kind of draw it out, you know, like this. I just took the measurements and drew it by hand, and it'll come out perfect. I hope. It usually does. I have a little bit of practice with this, but so we are gonna go next to our windows, and I have a couple different designs for windows. Here's just little square windows, taller square windows, and then these are what I'm going to be using on my Russian church. And here are some shutters, window shutters, and you can see this first piece is the outer frame of the shutter, and this is the inner frame. And what we'll do is cut these. Let me get a better pointer. I'm pointing with a big square. That doesn't work. Hang on, what's a better pointer? Maybe this is better. Yeah. So we're gonna cut this piece out, and I'm gonna score these lines in the paper. And once you cut this piece out, you glue it over here with these scored lines, and you end up with really nice little shutters. And here's my door size. I was just kind of screwing around with the size of the door nubs. And here's just a window that I was trying to get this design for some kind of, you know, more intricate looking, more elaborate looking windows. I don't know what kind of, I'm just using big words to impress you guys. Oh, there's a window. So yeah, I'm gonna print this out. And for my Russian house, I'm going to need a total of, let's look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows, and I'm definitely going for this this style right here. I think they look pretty bitchin'. In a lot of the pictures that I've looked at of houses in the area, they have windows of this similar design. So look for it coming. Alright, freaking lunatic psychos. This is what we got so far. I've set it up 8 windows and 16 shutters. Alright, it looks like a lot of work, and it kind of is at first, but when you get good, and if you have a good blade, you can cut these out very easily and quickly, and it's a good technique. I got them printed out on just regular printer paper. Even I sometimes recycle paper, you know, just stuff that you print out, you know, order forms for dildos and things that you guys are into. Sorry, I apologize for my vulgarity sometimes. I need to grow up. Get the shit out of my way. Making a video here. So what we're gonna do is cut this out of this regular paper, and I'm gonna glue it to. Oh, I'm ill prepared. Once again, you can use kind of whatever you want. I've used this hard card paper that you guys have seen in my videos several times. It's this brown. It's brown and white. It's, you know, I'll show you what it is one day. I have a ton of it. I use a lot of it. It's thicker than like cereal paper. Here's a Warhammer box. This works. This is pretty decent paper. What you want is at least one side to have something printed on it. It's got like a layer of you know, something that coats it. I don't know if it's plastic or some varnish or something on the paper itself, but it helps with the sturdiness of the window itself and warping. It's all, everything you do is going to warp. You know, once you glue it, most things warp unless you use super glue. That's what we're going to be using in a moment. But first, we're going to use some just regular paper. So I'm going to go cut this out, and I'm going to glue it to it. All right. So I want to quickly demonstrate the best, my best method, how I recommend you glue this shitty paper to this shitty cardboard. This is just a pizza box, like a microwavable shitty pizza. Shaking up the glue, getting it down to the bottom because I'm kind of running out of my Aleene's tacky glue. This is what I've been using for a long time. I think it's comparable to the weld bond kind of stuff. It dries fast, it's really sticky, and it holds things together. That's what glue's purpose is. So what we're going to do, remove the cap, kind of make you know, that should do it for this paper. You don't want to soak this stuff because it's, like I said, it's going to warp. But what you don't want is that the water that's in the glue to absorb into the paper and make bubbles and stuff. So to avoid that, you get rid of, you know, these blobs. And I just use like a scrap piece of shitty foam board and just kind of trowel it like you're gluing linoleum to a floor. If you guys have ever done anything like that, you probably haven't. Looks like I made it a little light, and you can see, look at it already curling up. It's getting, the moisture is absorbing into the paper. Maybe I should have chose some better paper, but we'll make it work. We'll add a little more glue in here. And you don't have to really hurry because it's better to put the paper down when this is, you know, sticky, not watery at all. And once you feel like it's pretty even, you can use a glue stick, but all the glue sticks that I've used, they dry up so fast, and I don't know. Probably the better method, but this works just fine for me. And I just kind of lay it on one side and work it down like so, just like that. And then I run my foam over this, just kind of smooth it out. And you can see already it's laying back down, but it's still going to curl up. It's laying back down now, but it's still wet right now. Once it's dry, it's gonna warp on you if you're not careful. So that was the shutter piece. Oh, freaking glue. I usually put glue in this one. I call this baby gluey. I just refill, you know, straight in, and then they go like this, like a mama bird feeding her baby. It's baby gluey hungry. But this, I added water to it. Like a dork. I was doing something, then I added water to it. So this is too runny for this purpose. That's why Mama's here, giving us the sticky glue. I gotta empty baby glue out and put some regular glue, not watered down. See, that might have been a little too much, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna just scrape it away. Scrape it away. Scraping it away. See, that's kind of perfect. And then I just kind of, I sit here and I roll the boogers of glue off my fingers, not over your piece, because then you'll have the boogers under the paper, and you don't want that. Add a little more glue. Oh, it looks like it's kind of disappearing and going clear. I don't see that to mine eyes. So just lay it down. Sometimes you can even just take your blade and just roll it. This is what I used to do. I used to roll it out, but I think it's kind of unnecessary, and I cut my finger a few times. Cool. So then I'll just kind of cut off the rest of that, save that for another project, and I'll let this dry for a few hours. You want it to dry, you know, completely before you start cutting into this. And to minimize the warping, the warp factor 5, sorry, warp factor 9. Where's my clamp? Hang on, I'm looking for my clamp. Shit. I always lose stuff. Well, I'll find it in a minute, but I have this little clamp for now. But what I can do is I just put it in between a book, like right in the middle. There's an old sketch pad. I'll just put it right there, and then as soon as you can sit on it, I'll just clamp it down, and that's enough right there. As it dries, it'll come out, you know, straight enough. Just let it dry like that for, like, you know, 30 minutes. Go take a dump, and we'll be back.